Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Thursday, May 23rd, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, we've got a big lunar eclipse which is building up, right? A big, powerful full moon. The moon's in Scorpio, coming in, getting ready to come into Sagittarius tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, for those on the West Coast, right, it's going to happen at night. Or if you're in the East Coast, it's going to happen Saturday early morning, the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius and Gemini. And we're building up to the last amount of all this fated energy, this crazy month we've all been through from the last lunar eclipse of the fate that's come into your life. And really paying attention to the relationships now, because Mercury is coming very close to a conjunction with Venus here over today and tomorrow during this eclipse. So I think relationships are an important place to really pay attention to, especially that the Venus eclipse, happened around this area. We've had Jupiter come in and cover this area. There's a lot of expansion in the mind, of questioning, of understanding. And I think there's a big understanding coming into the idea of what to value in our life, to the idea of what our relationship energy is going into. Becoming clear, communicating with partners, communicating with people, communicating and understanding what partnerships have been built for you in this last month. Some very, very serious relationships have been built. And you got to pay attention to which ones those are at, and to maintain those. And how do you maintain those? It's by coming into clarity, by having a clear mind about them. And I think it's important to really start clearing the water, letting go of any old wounds, any part of the flow that is getting in between the relationship energy, and really start to come into a clear understanding. And really it is this clear understanding which will launch you forward. There's a lot of good luck coming after the next week here as Venus gets closer to Jupiter, and especially Mercury and Venus kind of come together into Jupiter, that even though right now it might feel a little weird, and as you're coming into the understanding that there is a reason for all this, and to see bigger and to see into the future more, that it all is coming into this headway. And I think it is us starting to unveil right now in our own minds where our attitude is wrong, right? We've got the moon here and all of this watery Scorpio energy really digging deep. It reminds me of the bottom of the ocean down there at the depths of the dirt down there, and the digging up, and what crabs are underneath, what little sea anemones, what is all this deep stuff that is deep at the bottom of your soul that you're unveiling, that your mind wants to communicate, that your feelings, connected with Neptune, connected with all this Pisces energy. There's all these feelings that we're wanting to express that the universe is bringing us towards, and we need to find a way to communicate these. But, this is communicating our deep stuff, our intimacy issues, right? Saturn's here. The moon passed Saturn, so it could have felt like you reached a block yesterday. In some place in your life, you reached a block, and it was emotional hitting that door. Ow! That hurts. It hurts whenever the moon and Saturn meet. There's always some block that you got to face, and we're getting really frustrated emotionally about this stuff. Whenever Saturn's in a water sign, there's going to be frustrations emotionally that you deal with. And when it's in Scorpio, it digs into deep stuff. It digs into stuff that, you just don't want to deal with it. You want to get over it. You want to move on. You want to just intensely connect with what you want to connect with. And when you're met with a block of what you want to intensely connect with, it pulls up all emotions. It pulls up all this energy. And now that we've got all this energy, right, with the sun squaring Neptune, the sun in Gemini, all this mental energy that we've got, we go a little crazy. We go a little crazy. And because Mercury's on Venus, I'd pay attention to all the relationship energy you're in right now, and what is being said, and what is being formed, or what questions are being answered, and watch your emotions. Make sure that you don't let the frustration or the blocks prevent you in your life from still connecting with what you want to. Part of the lesson plan that the universe has is for us to be met with blocks in order to test to see whether or not we're going to commit to those energies or not, and how you still commit to them. Also to maintain that influence of spirit, to let spirit come in and let the flow happen, and not to let any old wounds, step in between this relationship, not to let your intuition get in the way, or to start believing in hoopla that isn't real, to make sure that you're paying attention to the facts, but also paying attention to the spiritual facts as well, and not getting those confused, making sure that you're not confused, to make sure that you're still aiming in the right direction of your mind, that you're having a clear mind, the right attitude, the right, understanding, because as we step into this lunar eclipse tomorrow, or for those on the east, Saturday morning, but it's really early Saturday morning, so we'll just say tomorrow night, things are going to go hot and heavy, leading into Memorial Day weekend. But this is about you now pulling all your dirt up, pulling all your feelings up, pulling everything up so you see what you're dealing with, to let go of old beliefs and step into the new understanding of where you're going to take your life, to not be confused, and to really start to find a way to listen to your mind and have your intuition all work together. So there's a lot of work that we're building up towards, and it's all for the right reasons. And even though sometimes it can feel frustrating or it can feel like you're not, oh gosh, there's a reason why, and it's taking us all to the right place. And that's what I got to say for today. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com. If you have any questions, if you want a one-on-one reading, hit me up, inclusiveastrology.com. Thank you guys for so much of all your support. I really appreciate all the comments below. I read them all, and I'm totally here for you guys. You can always email me, davidpalmer@inclusiveastrology.com. And I thank you again from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you tomorrow for the weekend forecast and the big lunar eclipse.